Hi class 12, the topic for the day, as you can see written on the board, is alternating current. And let us therefore start with its definition. What is alternating current? A current that alternates between a positive and a negative value is what is called alternating current, to put it in simple words. And alternating current is represented by a sinusoidal wave, as you can see on the board. Sinusoidal wave meaning a sine wave. So, current is plotted along the y-axis and time along the x-axis. So we have, at any instant, we have a positive side, and the very next instant we have a negative side. Okay, so this is representing, of course, an alternating current. And another thing about alternating current is that, unlike direct current, you have the magnitude of current constantly changing in case of alternating current. Alright, so there are two things to an alternating current. One, it constantly flips between a positive and a negative value. The other thing is the magnitude of the current constantly changing as time progresses. If we were to plot the graph of a direct current with respect to time, so this is your time axis. I hope it is straight enough. Okay, so if we were to plot a direct current, it would be this. Okay, let me write I DC. This is IAC, alternating current. Okay, so theoretically, the DC current, the direct current would have a constant magnitude. But in reality, if we have a new cell that we've bought, okay, initially the current would keep constant, but after some time the current will die like this. Okay. So, but here we are only talking about a theoretical thing, so therefore direct current, the magnitude of current doesn't change, it remains fixed, unlike in case of an alternating current. So since the magnitude of alternating current constantly changes, so therefore at any instant t, the magnitude of the current, so to say the instantaneous value of the current, is given by this equation, I, which is equal to I naught sine of omega t, where I naught is the peak value of the current meaning its maximum value, so to say the amplitude of this wave is what is I naught, the maximum value. So this value is I naught, this value is I naught. Okay, alright, so and what is omega? Omega is the angular frequency of the wave. If we had a rotating object, it will have an angular velocity. Okay, in case of a wave, we call it angular frequency. Now, it is not just that a sine wave represents alternating current. We can also have a cos wave representing alternating current. So this is your current, alternating current IAC, and this is a time axis. Okay, so we can also have this. So we can also have something like this, mind you. Okay, what is this? This is a cos wave. Okay, so therefore alternating current can also be represented by this equation. The instantaneous value of the current, I, is I naught cos of omega t. So in some books you might see alternating current represented by I naught sin omega t. In some books it is written as I naught cos omega t. Both are equally true, remember. Okay. Now, if we were to plot alternating voltage, okay, if we were to plot the graph of the alternating voltage with respect to time, then we would have the exact same graph for alternating voltage too. So, therefore, alternating voltage is also represented by the instantaneous value of the alternating voltage is V naught sine omega t, where V naught, of course, is the peak value, this value, the amplitude of the wave, okay, peak value of the voltage. It is also represented by a cos wave, so to say V is V naught cos omega t. Now let us get used to some very basic terms related to alternating current, that is starting with time period. What is time period? Denoted by a capital T, of course. The time taken to get one complete wave is what is called the time period. If it was an oscillating body we were talking about, or a vibrating body for that matter, then the time taken for one complete oscillation, the time taken for one complete vibration is what is called a time period. Okay, so in case of a wave, the time taken to get one complete wave is what is called the time period. So therefore, In case of an alternating current also, we talk about time period. Time period is given by 2 pi by omega. So to say, the relation between time period and angular frequency is 2 pi by omega. Now do not get confused between omega, which is the angular frequency, and your frequency denoted by a capital F. This is simply frequency. This is angular frequency, mind you. The relation between frequency and time period is frequency is 1 upon the time period. So to say, the relation between frequency and angular frequency is omega is 2 pi f. So do remember these simple relations. You've learned this while learning simple harmonic motion also in class 11. Okay, so do remember these simple relations. Okay, now class 12, what we need to do is we need to find the mean value of the alternating current. But you see from this graph itself that the mean value of the alternating current for one complete cycle, that is for one time period, is 0, because the positive half, this area so to say, is exactly equal to the negative half. Okay, so one being positive, the other being negative, so they cancel each other out. So therefore the average of the alternating current for one complete cycle is 0. So what we therefore do is we find the mean, or we calculate the mean or the average of the alternating current for half a cycle. So to say, for time t upon 2, we calculate the alternating, or we calculate the mean value of the alternating current. So mean value for half a cycle, be it the positive cycle or the negative half cycle, whichever cycle you prefer. Okay, so mean value of the alternating current for half a cycle is given by, let's call it I with a bar. So this bar represents the mean. Okay, so this is equal to 1 upon t by 2. We are integrating the current over time for half a cycle, that is from 0 to t by 2. So from 0 to t by 2, we are calculating the mean value of the current with respect to time. Okay, where I is the instantaneous value of the current. So from here what you will do is I bar is equal to 2 by t, also we can write 0 to t by 2. I means I naught sine omega t dt. So instead of I, what we write is I naught sine omega t. So let me erase this wonderful picture now. Okay, so we have, or I bar, that is I mean, is equal to t, 2 upon, instead of t, what we can write is 2 pi by omega, because t is 2 pi by omega, integration from 0 to, instead of t, we again write 2 pi by omega, so that 2 and this 2, it cancels, so this becomes pi by omega, I naught sine omega t dt. So I bar is equal to, here also this becomes omega by pi, because this two they divide each other out and this omega goes to the numerator. So omega by pi, 0 to pi by omega. Since I naught is a constant, the peak value of the current is a constant, so I take it out of the integral straight away. Okay, so sine omega t dt. So we need to integrate sine omega t. So I bar comes out to be I naught omega by pi. Now the integration of sine theta is minus of cos theta. So we get minus cos omega t divided by omega, because mind you, let me write it over here, integration of sine nx is how much? Minus of cos nx divided by n, don't forget. Alright, so from there we have this 0 to pi by omega. Okay, so I bar, that is the mean value of the current, of course for half a cycle, don't forget, I naught omega by pi. This omega can also be taken out of the bracket, of course. Okay, so let me take it out of the bracket. So this omega and this omega in the numerator, they divide each other out, and we have, so minus sign is also taken out of the bracket, so minus sign I have brought it over here. So we only have cos omega t inside the bracket, so we substitute the values. So this gives me cos omega, the value of t is pi by omega. So first of all we substitute the upper value, don't forget, minus, can I erase the other half? Okay, I'm erasing this half. I hope you've already copied that. Okay, so minus of cos omega of 0, this lower value. So this gives me cos of 0, cos 0 is 1, don't forget. So this gives me the mean value of the current is equal to minus of, so this omega, they divide each other out, minus I naught by pi. So this omega and this omega also, they divide each other out, so we have cos pi. Okay, cos pi is minus 1, because cos of 90 degrees is minus 1, minus of cos 0 is again 1. So we have minus 2 inside the bracket, so to speak. Therefore, the mean value of the current for half a cycle is equal to, so this minus sign and this minus sign, it becomes plus. So this is 2 I naught by pi. So if we now substitute the value of pi, 3.1416, we get I bar to be equal to 0.61631 into I naught. So to say, the mean value or the average value of the alternating current over half a cycle, don't forget, is equal to 0.631 times the peak value of the alternating current, or so to say 63.1% of the peak value of the current. This is the mean value of the alternating current for half a cycle. Okay, class 12. What we next find is, regarding the alternating current, we find its root mean squared value. Okay, the root mean squared value is another, it's like another way to find the average value. Okay, this is also used in standard deviation. Now, how do you find the root mean squared value? Let me first tell you. I believe you've learned this in mathematics, but still let me tell you this. If we have capital N number of variables, say for example x1, x2, x3, xn number of variables. So, what is root mean squared? Root mean squared is the average of the square of the variables. So to say x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared plus dot 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 plus xn squared divided by n. The average of the square of the variables and the square root of it. Okay, the thing inside the square root is simply called mean square. Okay, the square root of the mean squared value is what is called the root mean squared value. And we are going to exactly calculate the root mean squared value of the alternating current. Since the average or the mean for one complete cycle was simply 0, so therefore we want to find the root mean squared value of the alternating current for one complete cycle, mind you.